So coming from a low-income background and being the eldest in my family, it was always going to be a situation where my parents weren't going to be able to help me when I came to university. And that was kind of a scary prospect when I applied.
My family came here as refugees quite a while back, and since then we still have struggled, and the journey here in itself was quite perilous, and something that reminds me every day that being here and being able to study at Warwick is a huge achievement, and the scholarship has just further shown myself and my family that anything is possible. And so the scholarship has really allowed me to dream.
COVID-19 has resulted in big challenges for students around the well-being, finances, and education. We know this pandemic is likely to impact the most on young people from low-income families.
Supporting students financially and pastorally during the pandemic has been really important in order to ensure that those students have equal opportunities to connect with their learning, to be able to do their exams, but also to be able to engage in student life more fully. And while a lot of students really weren't sure whether they wanted to come to uni during the pandemic year because they were worried about missing out on what student life generally is, for this group of students, the hurdles were much bigger. And the financial support that we can offer them through donations goes some way to ensure that those students can participate. And in my experience, really, there is a multitude of factors that come together to amplify that situation for students and make it more complicated. And those three factors, in my mind, are access to the fundamental resources, having an environment that is conducive to learning, as well as seeing higher education as an option for them during this pandemic time.
If you'd like to help students from all backgrounds experience life at Warwick, you can draw on Barclays support to double the impact of your donation to the Warwick COVID-19 appeal.
The Employee Match Donation Program, also known as Pound for Pound, has been approved for the Warwick Student Appeal. So I'm pleased to say that colleagues raising funds for this particular cause will be supported by Barclays Pound for Pound. I would ask my colleagues in Barclays and also friends and the broader network, please take a moment to make someone's dream truly come true. This will make a difference in their lives and actually in the lives of their extended family. This is about lifting up our community.
One wants to encourage and support as many people who want to and clearly are up for it to study at a place like Warwick. So helping people to get that experience at Warwick, to get the education, is good for them. It's good for Warwick, it's good for society more broadly, and it's good for employees like ourselves.
I think it's really important to know that your donations go straight to students in a situation where they need it the most and where without it they would not be able to participate in higher education and continue their learning.
I'd like to say a massive thank you to all of Barclays alumni who decide to support us. I can promise you firsthand, as someone who receives a scholarship, the amount of an impact that it has on our lives is crazy. Like I mentioned earlier, being able to have a scholarship has allowed me to take on unpaid internships, take on extracurricular stuff, which necessarily doesn't pay bills, but essentially it allows me to get out and get the experience and not have to worry about things like bills, putting food on the table.
Thank you for helping students access a Warwick education during these incredibly challenging times.
The support that you provide and give is something that allows any student out there to see that they can truly dream and believe in themselves. And coming from someone who came to the UK as a child refugee and also lived on a council estate for so many years and didn't feel like there was an avenue or way into higher education or in terms of the economic side as well, something that, it allows students to see beyond their scope of, the environment, and it shows them that anything is possible.